Oh no, Deputy Brid Smith.
Taoiseach, you said during the National Economic Dialogue that Ireland's economic fundamentals remain strong, and for the first time in 7 years we're on track when it comes to poverty, deprivation and inequality. I think you should have added on in brackets, except for teachers, nurses, doctors, soldiers and people who work in this House, those employed by the public sector who will not have pay inequality restored until 2022 at the earliest. And by the 30th of June, under the legislation, the Minister is obliged to bring before this House a report. That means he'll have to have it to us by tomorrow, indicating and justifying how and why he continues to use FEMPI as a big sword over the public sector in order to justify pay inequality. Anyone who steps out of line of FEMPI will not receive any pay increases, and it is a total farce that, having given your statement on the National Economic Dialogue, that this legislation is continually used to penalise the public sector who gave the most to see the recovery. Can you please justify that, and can you please indicate to us when we will have the FEMPI legislation report before the House?
Deputy Taoiseach, FEMPI legislation.
Well, first of all, I'm happy to first of all, delighted you're at the National Economic Dialogue and we're able to pick up some aspects of my speech. And of course, those figures come from the CSO's survey of income and living conditions, which shows that poverty is falling, deprivation is falling, and income inequality is narrowing. And I'm glad that that's no longer disputed by people on the left. And as we see the figures from last year and this year, they'll be even stronger. So, the issue of different pay scales within the public service is a somewhat different one to poverty, deprivation, and income inequality. But we'll come back to that. I don't know if that report's ready, but I'll check with the Minister of Finance and ask him to write to the Deputy.
Thank you.